Isabel really was the key, and when I wrote my first biography of Mark Twain, everything was working very well for me, and I had a pretty good sense intellectually of what was taking place, and I was making the points that I wanted to, that Twain was very dependent upon the women in his life for both, frankly, his personal development as well as for his professional growth and his commitment to social causes. It was only when I got to the last part of his life that somehow for me the narrative started to get lost, and I started to run across these odd things that I couldn't really explain. And I became then very interested in this and decided, since I had run across this box of Isabel's journals and day books and letters at the Mark Twain Archives in Berkeley, I thought for the next book maybe I should spend some time transcribing all of her materials as a kind of reference guide for future scholarship, because no one had really paid any attention to her writings. And I began this. It took me about 6 years to transcribe everything that she had written. And then I realized that there was a very different story here than anything that I had read. And it also helped fill in the gaps and provide context for a lot of the things that I had noticed that seemed to be kind of aberrations in Twain's life. And then it just takes me apparently a long time to think my way through these things. And also I had to keep finding little bits and pieces, again, to kind of create this overall picture. And very, very, very slowly it began to emerge, and the true story began to come forward. And the layers of deception that Twain had created, that biographers had reinforced, began to fade into the background.